Blocker from the College of St. Benil, number 6, Pangs Panaga. Middle blocker from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 14, Bea de Leon. Outside spiker from FEU, number 19, Bernadette Pons. Outside spiker from the USA, number 22, Erica Staunton. Starting libero from FEU, number 11, Kyla Atienza. Head coach for Creamline is Sherwin Meneses. And now the starters for Kurashiki ablaze. Opposite hitter number 2, team captain Saya Taniguchi. Center number 3, Kyoka Oshima. Outside spiker number 10, Yukino Yano. Middle blocker number 15, Maggie Lo Meiting. Outside spiker number 16, Saki Tanabe. Middle blocker number 23, Mami Gondo. Starting libero is number 9, Kaoru Takahashi. Head coach for Kurashiki ablaze is Suzuki Hideo. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is Creamline versus...
From both sides of the court. We have the usual starters from the side of Creamline. And we're seeing the same 7 that they usually field out even from the start of the reinforced conference. Meanwhile, on the other side of the court, familiar names also from the side of Coach Hideo Suzuki. No surprises from both sides of the court yet. So, very interesting. This is going to be like a rematch of last year's finals with some changes. It's a different version, kumbaga updated version ito. Kung OS systems ang pinag-uusapan natin, updated versions on both sides. Of course, we know Asuka Tamaru is not with Kurashiki anymore. And Creamline missing a lot of members, plus having a foreign guest player in play. First rally, great exchanges from both sides, but a net infraction will be called against Creamline. That's going to be a point for Kurashiki.
Yeah, that floor defense was a bit too tight for Kyle Negrito.
Gondomami will now be serving for Kurashiki. They go up to Gumaba, who has been the most efficient hitter in their last game. And she gets the first point for Creamline.
Yes, Michelle Gumaba is actually the lone Creamline cool smasher who is part of the top 10 best scorers so far for the league.
She ranks at number 10, tied with several other players. You know, it's a short league, it's a sprint, a short conference rather, and it's a sprint. So, talaga magdidikitan yung numbers ng ating mga players. Third ball still alive here. Creamline gets the touch. They go up to Gumabaw again, showing more efficiency.
That was back-to-back points from Michelle Gumabao. She was actually the top scorer for their squad during their first game against EST Cola. She scored 14 points. So let's see, coming into this game, kung ilang puntos ang matatali nito ni Michelle Gumabao.
Well, currently, before this match, she has a 37.5% efficiency in spiking, but Staunton also has great efficiency as we check on with our very efficient courtside reporter, Franny Reyes.
Thanks, Sinjin and Paneng. Now, it's very clear that this is a highly anticipated match. So I talked to Coach Hideo Suzuki of the Kurashiki Ablaze about what he thinks is going to happen tonight. And he really said this is a game of strong offense versus stable defense. Defense, of course, being the bread and butter of the Kurashiki Ablaze. He wants his players to explore their offense because they're able to have that steady defense. And he highlighted that they had a lot of defensive training prior to tonight's match, and really we can expect them to respond to the different attacks that the Cool Smashers will throw their way. They will be persistent, and hopefully that persistence will lead to a first set win. This report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage for only 149 pesos a month. Back to the game.
Thank you so much, Franny. Well, we all know that floor defense is very crucial here, especially in any match, especially when it's a tight match. We've seen how defense could win games. And to add to that, I would recall a report by our friend Alexis Tensai where she mentioned that's the bread and butter of this Japanese squad. It's their floor defense because they may lack things in height, but their speed and floor defense is up there. As we see Stonson going for that hit and getting a point, but hitting the end zone.
That's right. And every time we think about a Japanese volleyball team, we always think about how good their floor defense and first ball is. And looking at the statistics, actually, Kurashiki Blaze is #1 best digging team and #1 best receiver team. But hindi naman nalalayo yung Cool Smashers dyan dahil kasunod lang sila. Sila yung #2 sa best digging team and best receiving team. And so far, everything's going well for the side of the Cool Smashers. They now have a 2-point advantage for this set.
I actually got to ask Coach Sherwin Meneses right before this match, what's the game plan for today? And sabi niya, simple lang, huwag mamatayan ng bola.
That's right. We will expect a lot of long rallies to start pa lang ng first set.
Yoka getting creative there and becoming successful with a dump ball. That was a Kurashiki point. This becomes a 1-point game here, Pete. Look at that again. Smartly dumping it to the other side. Last year's finals MVP in the Invitational Conference. Oshima Kyoka. De Leon going for that tip. Negrito choosing Staunton. Staunton getting very successful off the block.
That's right. So far, Staunton is giving problems to this Japanese squad.
As we look at this spike of the set that is brought to you by Dunkin. Pasalubong ng bayan.
Clean down the line spike from Staunton.
2-point lead, Creamline. Staunton going for the jump float, but that is going to be fished by the net.
Medyo naguluhan siya sa release ng bola niya for that serve.
Yo Ting now serving for Kurashiki. Pons adjusting, masyadong buka.
Yeah, that was too far from the net.
It's now tied at 6 here. As Kurashiki will now serve. Picked up there by Pons. Oh, that works. That quick attack coming from De Leon to the celebration of the fans here.
That's right, but you have to give credit also to the good first ball from Bernadette Pons and a very good connection here between Kyle Negrito and Bea De Leon for that back quick.
It's starting to build up. It's not yet the most perfect connection, but it's getting there.
But it's getting there, and that was actually a good hit from Bea.
Meanwhile, bumawi ang Kurashiki Gondo choosing that off-the-block quick hit. Tied at 7, as tight as everyone could have imagined. Oshima Kyoka serving. Oh! Sayang. That goes straight to the net, and that gives a 1-point lead to the Cool Smashers as we enter the first technical timeout. We'll be back here at the PVL. Back here inside the Mall of Asia Arena as we see our fans starting to build up here. in support of their favorite squads. Also trying to enjoy this very exciting match between the top two teams of last year's Invitational Conference. These two squads promising to offer a very exciting match. That serve coming from Negrito. I'm noticing sharper serves coming from Creamline as we see that play coming from Gondo. The quick attack.
Take a look at that quick attack in between two blockers. Malayo doon si Pangs Panaga sa kanyang middle blocker from Kurashiki.
Going for that B quick hit was Gondo. This serve coming from Yano. They go to a running attack. That is not going to hit the line. It's going out. One-point lead for the team wearing black. That serve goes out. Pons now will be serving for the Cool Smashers.
Oh, that was a good serve. First service ace for the Creamline Cool Smashers coming off from that misreceive from Saki Tanabe of Kurashiki. Bernadette Pons with that sharp serve.
That hit coming from Staunton. Oshima going to the open side. Tip is denied. Taniguchi adjusting. They go up to Gumabao. Oshima going to the open side again. Great defense from Creamline. Gumabao breaking the block.
That was a good floor defense from the Cool Smashers. Nababasa nila yung mga plays nitong Kurashiki Blaze and a good finish there from Michelle Gumabao, breaking the block of Kurashiki.
Serve now from Pons. Yano pops this one up to the open side. Pons picks that one up. They go to Gumabao from the opposite side, finding a spot right in the middle of the court.
There was a miscommunication in the defense of Kurashiki. Take a look at what happened during that last sequence. A good touch from the blocker, but no coverage on the floor.
Now Creamline is starting to pull away by 3 points. Serve coming from Pons. Oshima going to the opposite side. Taniguchi adjusting. Negrito going to Staunton. Kept alive by Kurashiki. Oh! That's going to snug the antenna. That's going to be a point for the Cool Smashers. Cool Smashers now lead as much as 4.
This is actually a 5-0 run for the Cool Smashers, forcing Kurashiki Blaze to call for a timeout.
Okay, it seems like we're not going to be hearing that timeout as much, but instructions are very clear for sure. It's this 4-point gap. They have to keep it tight. They can't let this go because Creamline might just enjoy their first win ever over a Blaze.
This is a good run by the Cool Smashers. It all started with a good serve from Bernadette Pons and back-to-back points from Michelle Gumabao.
Pons with that serve. They go to Taniguchi. Taniguchi finds the spot. 3-point lead.
A much-needed point for Kurashiki. Take a look at that. Middle blocker was a bit late for that cross-court attack.
Staunton getting that one through. Oh, the hit from the middle. They go up to the open side, and Tanabe will hit that ball out.
That was outside, no block touch. And again, the 4-point lead back to the Creamline Cool Smashers.
Panaga will now serve for Creamline. Picked up by Yano. They go up to the opposite side. Taniguchi popped up there by Panaga, but that is going out to the opposite side of the court.
That was a good down-the-line hit by Taniguchi. She was actually facing cross-court, but saw the open there in the block down the line.
There's a 3-point lead for Creamline. Lazar with that pickup. Lazar, Revilla rather. That is going to sail out, courtesy of the antenna. Taniguchi with that jump serve. De Leon hits that ball out. 3 straight points given freely by Creamline here, as this will signal a timeout from the pink side of things. Let's listen in with Coach Sherwin.
Perfect. Wala rin akong blocker.
Ito tayo eh. Yun yung sinasabi sa inyo, iwasan natin eh. Diba? Easy ball na pass, easy ball na attack. Hindi tayo dapat magka-error dyan kasi sasamantala yung guard. Hindi kailangan masyado distribute ang bola. First attack eh. Diba? Okay, huwag natin pahirapan.
Yes, we're giving them a
Pag
lot of
nasa kabila yung
points.
bola, set lang tayo ng depensa natin. Ito na ng block natin. Tayo nagbibigay ng score eh.
Let's go.
Dahan-dahan, okay?
Patience! All in! Creamline!
Let's go, let's go.
Well, it's all about patience from the side of the Creamline Cool Smashers, and they can allow Kurashiki to keep things this close because they know how lethal the squad can be.
That's right, and that was actually a good timeout, reminding the squad that they were the ones giving free points to Kurashiki Ablaze. They had back-to-back unforced errors, but again, the momentum is now back to Creamline because with that opposite hit from Michelle Gumabao.
Look at that again. Gumabao going for an angle right there. And she's been one of the most efficient spikers for the Cool Smashers right now. They're up by 2. Gumabao with that serve. Oshima pops this one up. That's going to be a dump. On the other side, Staunton off the blockers. Getting that point as there's a net infraction called against Kurashiki. And this brings Creamline to a 3-point lead. We'll go for a quick break. Don't go away. Action continues here at the Mall of Asia Arena. Sinjan Reyes together with Paneng de Koenigswata. As we see Oshima Kyoka on your screens right now, getting some reminders from Coach Hideo Suzuki on the other side of the court. Of course, Michelle Gumabao together with Kyle Negrito, who has now become the foundation of this squad. Not forget that the last time that Creamline faced Kurashiki, Kyle was not the main setter yet back then because they were still enjoying the services of Gia de Guzman. But now, Kyle Negrito has taken on the mantle and has grown into that position as we see this dump coming from Staunton. Joust won by Kyoka. Kyoka now will set up to the open side, going down the line, and that's going to be a point for Saki Tanabe.
Take a look at that down the line attack by Tanabe.
Serve coming from Tanabe. Staunton going for that down the line hit. Oshima choosing Yano. Yano getting that off the hands of the defenders rather.
So now the spikers of Kurashiki Blaze is getting more aggressive or being more aggressive there on the net. Really testing their blockers and finding the gap of their blockers, trying to score points. So far, everything working well for their side and a better floor defense.
That running attack coming from Lo Mei Ting. They go for a back quick this time. Red wall by Creamline. Creamline goes to Staunton. Staunton popped up there by Yano. Maggie dumping it to the other side. Kept alive by the Cool Smashers. Long rally we're having here. Staunton going with that adjustment. Yano will answer back. That's denied by the blockers. Yano on the third try. And that is going to hit the line, tying the ball game at 16.
Yana changing the direction of her attack, facing cross court, but targeted the line of the Cool Smashers.
Unofficially in spike points or attack points, Creamline has more here by 2.
And that was a net touch violation called on Staunton. So this is a 7-2 run led by Kurashiki, and a timeout here called by Coach Sherwin Meneses. Let's listen in.
Okay, sa first possession, nagsasabi tayo kung loose or fast. Yung mga nadidepensahan nila, naghihintay na lang tayo kung ano yung gagawin nila eh. Nadepensahan nila, dikit. So, fast yun, fast ang depensa. Nadepensahan nila, gumit na lang, loose. Walang katapusang ganun hanggat nakakadepensa sila. Okay, simplihan lang natin, quick ka lang. Magkano bigay mo pag naka-receive? Receiver, galaw. Front, back, front, back.
Yes, let's go, let's go, let's go!
Liza Valdez on your screens here. Of course, the everlasting team captain of the Cool Smashers. Right now, Michelle Gumabo is playing team captain here for Creamline. As they're down by 1. That serve coming from Saki Tanabe. Staunton breaking the block there.
So far, the top scorers for the Cool Smashers are Michelle Gumaba with 6 points, followed by Staunton. That was her 5th point.
Similar trend from their last game as Oshima goes up to the open side. Great blocking coming from Bea De Leon.
That was a good read. Take a look at that again. That was Yano who went up for that open attack. But a good block there down the line from Kyle Negrito.
Connivance of Negrito and De Leon really keeping things tight. This time, Yano makes way. Lo Mei Ting now will serve for a Blaze that is going out. It's out for the Malaysian foreign guest player of the Blaze. 1 point lead for Creamline. Ella De Jesus will be checking in here for the Cool Smashers. Ella going for that jump float. Picked up there by Ablaze. Gondo on that running attack. Gondo on that back quick, and maganda ang pinapakita dito ni Gondo.
A good connection between Gondo and their setter. So far, we're seeing a lot of open attack points from the Kurashiki Blaze, and I think it's time for them to use their middle blockers.
Oshima with that serve, Pons with that answer. Then on the coverage and that dump. That hit coming from Creamline, that dump coming from Kyle Negrito. Let's look at that again.
That was the first 1-2 play that we've seen from this set from Kyle Negrito. Nakita mo na nag-usap sila doon ni Denden Revilla.
What a smart move for Negrito, as Negrito now serves up, grazing the tail of the net. Chance ball for Creamline. Atienza was there for the first ball. They go up to Gumabaw.
Again, Michelle Gumabaw so far with that high spiking efficiency for this set. Parang halos lahat ng ibigay sa kanya ni Kyle Negrito na convert niya into a point.
Well, Kyle feeds, MG eats. Oshima going to Taniguchi, kept alive by Negrito.
Oh,
Free ball given up by Gumabaw on the other side. Oh, the quick hit coming from Gondo. Oh, but a net infraction will be called against Kurashiki. Will this be challenged by the Blaze?
oh, I think Gondo admitted that she was actually net.
Okay, no challenge here coming from Kurashiki. They were already lifting one of the challenge banners, but they did not press the buzzer yet. Yano picked up there by Atienza. They go up to Gumabaw. Oshima choosing Yano. Yano denied with block, but that block goes out.
Siano using the hands of Pangs Panaga to score at that point. A much needed point from Kurashiki. The Creamline is now up by 2 points nearing the end of this first set.
Yano now serves. She has 4 attack points in under her belt. Pawns picked up there by Oshima. Nabe, too sweet on that attack. That goes straight to the net. 3-point lead for Creamline as timeout is called by the squad wearing black.
Okay. ちょっとカットが荒い。
はい
な落ち着いて落ち着いて。しっかり自分らに時間作っていきましょう。
はい。
いつもの練習通り。
はい
バタバタバタバタしとるわ。
セカンド
Okay, forgive us because our Japanese is not as fluent yet. We still need to learn more through our own efforts, but it seems like it's clear reminders, very direct reminders. We hear acknowledgements from the side of the players, trying to reassure their coach that all instructions have been validated by them. However, great timeout for Hideo Suzuki as that iced things out and gave them a point over that mishap in the service line.
And that timeout was also to kill the momentum of the Cool Smashers.
Gondo now serves, picked up there by Lazar Revilla. They go up to Gumabaw. Gondo was there. Oshima choosing Tanabe, who breaks the block.
Back-to-back points here by Kurashiki. So far, Leo makes things in the front row.
She's definitely the biggest threat here for Creamline, or one of the biggest threats rather. Stanton showing why she is the reinforcement. Taniguchi adjusting the joust. Won by Kurashiki. Gumabaw bring that over, and that converts, and that becomes set point for the Cool Smashers.
There's a good coverage by Kylie Atienza. So Kyle Negrito was able to set that ball to their top scorer so far for this set. Michelle Gumabao with that finish, getting their 24th point for this set.
It's 1 point for the win for Creamline. Oshima going to Meggy. Oh, that doesn't cross. And that becomes a Creamline point. Closing set number 1 in favor of the ladies wearing white. Now, it's going to be exciting as to what happens in set number 2. But this featured server of the set is brought to you by Sunsilk. Switch to the new Sunsilk Anti-Dandruff Shampoo now. Tanggal dandruff na, balik healthy smooth hair pa. And we also need to appreciate the great intensity of Michelle Gumabao in that last set. She seemed very much fueled up in
Yeah.
that last set.
Very unstoppable. Talking about Michelle Gumabao, she had a lot of points, and like what I mentioned earlier, lahat ng sinet ni Kyle sa kanya, nako-convert niya into a point. So definitely, Michelle is a threat here for the Kurashiki squad.
And the first set goes to Creamline. We'll be back for set number 2 here at the PVL. And we're back here inside the Mall of Asia Arena for set number 2 of Kurashiki going up against Creamline. Now, let's look back at that first set. It's pretty tight, but at the tail end, Creamline was able to pull away already, and Kurashiki wasn't able or was not able to play catch up and even try to change the favor.
That's right, and kahit lumaki yung lamang nitong Creamline by as much as 4 points, nakakahabol yung Kurashiki. Not until the latter part of that first set when Michelle Gumaba was in the front row and Staunton also was in the front row. The two top scorers from the Creamline Cool Smashers, with Gumabao scoring 8 points and Staunton 5 points. So yun yung nahirapan ang Kurashiki Blaze, stopping their top scorer. So coming into this second set, let's see the statistics again. With attack points with Creamline, 15 points. But that was just not enough for the Kurashiki Blaze, because they also had a couple of 13 attack points and some block points for their squad. So far, the Cool Smashers up by 1 set. And a good start here by their squad.
1 set and 1 point for Creamline. Courtesy of that ace from Kyle Negrito. Negrito continues to serve for the white shirts.
Actually, Creamline is the #1 best serving team so far for this Invitational Conference.
That's going to die on the side of the Creamline Cool Smashers as Kyoka won the Chows. It's going to be a point for Kurashiki. Kyoka with that serve. They go to Pons.
Oh.
Oh, that is going to be a Creamline point.
That was a good combination play by the Cool Smashers. I think there was only one blocker in front for the Kurashiki, but that was not enough to stop Bernadette Pons.
Serve now will come from Pons. Going for that float. Go up to Yano. Come with Pons. Staunton. Oh, what an angle.
That was a cross-court, a sharp cross-court there by Staunton. Deserves another look. Take a look what happened there.
2-point lead for Creamline.
Good start here by the Cool Smashers.
Starting it hot. Pons with that serve. Oshima, or rather, that's Yano setting Taniguchi. And Panaga with a block as we check in with Franny Reyes.
Singe and Paneng. Now we saw the Creamline Cool Smashers in their first set and they were able to move fluidly inside that court. And when I asked Coach Sherwin Meneses really what will help the Cool Smashers in tonight's match, he said it's really still the same system that allows them to be ready for any situation that they face. It's their composure, endurance, and mindfulness inside the court that allows them to adjust and adapt to their opponents. Right now they are controlling the pace of the game and they look to control the second set and maybe even the third. This report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage for only 149 pesos a month. Let's send it back to Bernadette Pons serving.
Thank you so much, Franny. And that's a very interesting report as well. A little forecast of some sort. As Creamline gets the lead.
That was actually a good point from Franny Reyes na nabanggit nila ng coaches na Cool Smashers are actually dictating the pace here for this game, especially coming into this second set.
And that's what they need to happen if they don't want a repeat of last year as this ball goes through for Yano.
Yano is actually the top scorer for the Kurashiki squad. In first set, she scored 4 points. And Taniguchi and Gondo each had 3 points.
You see the rotation in their last game. They've rotated almost everyone already inside the court. They go up to Taniguchi. Tanabe gets that one through. Staunton will answer back.
Oh,
What a block coming from Staunton and Panaga.
that was a very smart push there by Pangs Panaga. Instead of dropping the ball sa harap ng attack line, she pushed it all the way to the end of the court of the Kurashiki squad where no one was there. Smart play there by Pangs.
Serve now comes from Panaga. They go up to a quick, and Gondo gets a point. Lace will now serve with Gondo. They go for a tip, but that is denied by Kurashiki.
They were able to read well the drop ball of Bumabao.
It seems like Coach Sherwin will be challenging this one, but head referee seems to be making a call here, and they do.
The first challenge for this match. Did they challenge a net touch
Yep.
violation?
They're challenging for a net infraction. Net fault of that. This may just change the reflection of the game. But you know, no lead is safe for the Kurashiki Blaze.
Yeah.
Binabaho nila yan sa set number 1. They're capable of doing that again here in set number 2.
This is a 4-point advantage by the Cool Smashers. I did mention during the first set na kahit lumalamang na ganito kalaki ang Cool Smashers or either squad actually, kaya nilang humabol at mapantayan pa ang score ng kanilang kalaban.
4-point lead here for Creamline as we await the decision of this challenge. This may either bring us to the first technical timeout or keep things close as we await for the decision. The question is, was there a net fault committed? And the results will reveal to whom the point will go to. Cool Smashers looked quite serious earlier when they said they are not going to sell this. It's a 4-point lead as we await for the decision. Kurashiki looking, of course, to get points and rack it up as we finally get the decision. The touch of the net did not happen. No net fault. It's going to be an unsuccessful challenge for Coach Sherwin Meneses, and that means he only has one challenge left for this set. Serve coming from Gondo. They go up to Staunton, picked up there by Oshima. Taniguchi kept alive by Lazar Revilla. Staunton denied. Staunton wider set. Oshima now going for Megi, and Liu Meiting gets a point.
I think that was the first clean, quick attack from Liu Meiting. She was quite silent during the first set, especially knowing that she's one of the top scorers for the Kurashiki Blaze.
Gumabao going to Staunton, but that goes straight to the net. That becomes a Kurashiki point.
From 4 points advantage now down to 1 point.
And this will force a timeout from Coach Sherwin Meneses. Let's listen in.
Diba, nandiyan nakagyan tayo si Ben. Kumpiyansa sa receive, hindi naman malakas. Talagang pagka hindi natin naipasa yan, mahirapan tayo.
Yes.
Alam naman namin pagka malakas yung serve eh. No, front, back. Okay? Pag dito, then ko na kumuha. Kasi kumukover siya.
Okay.
Okay lang, go.
Let's go!
All in, Creamline!
Happy!
Good Vibe Squad trying to regroup right there as to how they will be working with the dynamics inside the court. They're up by 1, but Kurashiki is slowly but surely catching up.
Right, only 1 point advantage na lang meron itong Creamline Cool Smashers.
That serve is going to sail out for Gondo.
Yeah, because of that service error, ending the 4-0 run of Kurashiki, giving the first technical timeout to the Creamline Cool Smashers.
back here in the PVL. Kurashiki facing a Creamline Cool Smashers. The rematch of last year's Invitational Conference Finals. Kurashiki winning both games that they faced Creamline last year, both in the prelims and in the finals. This time, Creamline looking and trying to find their first win. Block point for the Cool Smashers.
Yeah, that set was a bit too low for Liu Meiting. So giving a 3-point advantage here by the Cool Smashers.
Kumabaw now to serve, picked up there by Yano. They go up to the open side. Tanabe getting that off the hands of blockers.
Quick side out by the Kurashiki Blaze. Take a look at that again. With Tanabe using the hands of Kyle to score that point.
Creamline trying to maintain the 2-point gap as that serve goes out. That's going to be a 3-point lead again for the ladies wearing pink and white. Staunton going for the serve. Picked up there by Yano. Oshima choosing a combination play for Tanabe.
What a combination play.
As we look at this spike of the set that is brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan. 2-point lead for Creamline. Oh, that's going to go out.
Now make that 1-point lead by the Cool Smashers. Good serve by Tanabe targeting Staunton.
They go to a combination play. Pons finding the donut hole for Creamline. That is going to be a regained 2-point lead for the Cool Smashers.
Try and take a look at that again. That's an easy drop ball right behind her blockers.
Parang ano lang yan, veteran moves mo pa nang when you were still playing.
No, malayo. Ang galing ni Bernadette Pons.
But definitely, she has been showing up and showing out here. They're going to challenge this on the side of the Creamline Cool Smashers, and they will for foot fault. Mukhang nakabantay yung Creamline girls doon kanina. Tingin na tingin sila, turo sila lahat eh. Challenge for foot fault.
So this is the remaining challenge for Coach Sherwin. If this is successful, meron pa rin siyang isa na pwedeng magamit for the rest of the set.
He gets to retain that that challenge opportunity. 2-point lead for Creamline here. As we await the results of this challenge. No, it's going to. It can go either way. As,
Wow.
mukhang malinaw yon. There is no foot fault.
Yep. Tawag namin dyan na spikers, break foot. The last step of your approach. Parang kalkulado niya yung kanyang last step.
Saktong-sakto eh.
Oo.
But you know, in a split second without slow-mo, I get why the opponent can say, ay, may foot fault din eh.
Yeah, dahil sobrang dikit,
Nipis.
right?
Sakto eh. 2-point lead for Creamline again after that serve went out. And Kyle Negrito will now be serving. Oh, sharp serve. Oh, that's an ace for Negrito.
Of course, Kyle is the #1 best server for this conference so far. Kitang-kita naman natin kung gaano ka-sharp yung serve na yun. And sobrang dikit sa net.
Negrito again going for a serve. Still that sharp serve off the hands of Takahashi.
That was a back-to-back service ace against the libero of Kurashiki.
Negrito proving that she's also a sharp server against a very impressive defending team. She already has 3 aces This time, a better reception. Oshima going for the back quick, kept alive by Kyle. They go to Gumabao. Oshima will pop this one up to the middle. There's play at Gumana.
That was a good defense. Started with a good defense from Kurashiki and a good finish there by Tanabe. Targeting the hands of Bernadette Pons.
3-point lead for Creamline. Oshima with that serve. They go up to Gumabao. Gumabao under that ball. Hit the ball long.
Yep, no block touch. Unforced error there by Gumabao.
Oshima continues to serve. 9 excellent sets already in this ball game. Picked up by Pons. They choose Pons from the middle. Oh, solid denial coming from Gondo.
Ang ganda ng basa niya sa combination play.
Oh.
Serves a second look. Take a look at that first ball by Bernadette, but good block there by Gondo. One-on-one there in the middle.
Ang ganda. That serve coming from Oshima. This time Gondo getting a touch there. They go up to the running Pangs Panaga. Gets that one through. Taniguchi kept that alive. Yano off the hands of Creamline, tying the ball game at 14.
Kurashiki forcing the Cool Smashers to commit errors. Kanina they were down by 3 points and now we're tied at 14. And that was a 4-0 run actually by Kurashiki. Check that, was 10-14.
Oh, however, they give a freebie to the Cool Smashers.
They ended their own run there, committing a service error, giving a 1-point advantage by the Cool Smashers. And now this is a strong front line for the pink shirts with Staunton and Michelle Gumabao in the front row.
Sayang naman for a Blaze. Oh, what an answer!
Quick side out courtesy of Gondo's quick attack. Let's take a look at that again.
Tied at 15, as tight as it could get, as Yano will now go for a jump float. Straight to Lazar Revilla. They go up to Staunton. Denied. Gumabao kept it alive. Negrito chooses Staunton again. Up! That's kept alive. Ball still in play. They go up to Taniguchi, who gets off to the block and brings Kurashiki to a 1-point lead as we enter the second technical timeout.
You're watching the Kurashiki Ablaze versus the Creamline Cool Smashers. As you see Erica Staunton on your screens. Now, Erica's very much been looking forward to this invitational conference. This is her first international stint, and she got to face Filipino teams, but now she will be tested as the guest player facing a Japanese team. She said that the Kurashiki Ablaze is a very scrappy defensive team, and this will force her to be smarter in her attacks, not going just for powerful hits, but also those drop balls, finding the holes in their defense, very much like what her teammates are doing. She said that this is an opportunity for her to also work on her service and defense, to be more intentional as she goes on the future international stints. Back to you, Stinge and Paneng.
Thank you so much. Great information about the fans' favorite Creamline guest player. Erica Staunton. It's also interesting. She's going to experience the Filipino style of play, the Thai style of play, and the Japanese style of play just by playing in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's right. And actually, she's having a very good game here.
As we appreciate that service. Ace coming from Pangs Panaga. Let's look at that again. Look at that.
A sharp serve again by Pang. But we also know that she's one of the better servers for the Cool Smashers.
And, definitely very effective, but Gondo has been doing a lot of damage from the middle.
So far, si Gondo, the top scorer for Kurashiki with 8 points, followed by Yano and Tanabe, each who has 6 points.
They're really trying to maximize their advantage here, which is the middle, recognizing that they have taller players on the middle.
Right.
And of course, their speed, their defense contributes to that. It's all a team effort. Serve coming from Kurashiki. Staunton going for a combination.
That was a tight combination play by the Cool Smashers because Bea was already there for the big quick, but Kyle was able to set that on the left shoulder of Bea. Dahil nandun si Staunton waiting for that set.
And that gives a 1-point advantage to the Cool Smashers as Gumabaw playing captain for Creamline serves. That block goes out. Oh, this is starting to look tight here, Paneng.
Yeah. Parang same lang nung first set. Isahan lang. Nung malapit na tayo matapos. But this time, we're tied at 18 courtesy of that point.
And we're now starting to see triple blocks being established against Kurashiki. You know Creamline is dead serious about every point here as Staunton gets that off the block.
So far, Staunton is unstoppable here for the Cool Smashers. For the second set, the top scorer for their squad.
Staunton will now serve for Creamline. They're up by 1. Here for the jump serve. Oh, happy birthday, lumabas.
Yeah, masyadong, that was not, she was not comfortable with her release for that serve.
It was the wrong contact, the wrong timing.
Wrong release.
Yes.
Kaya na yung timing niya nawala rin dun.
Serving now is Kurashiki. Staunton with that first ball. Pawns getting it off the blockers. 1-point lead again for Creamline.
Smart move there by Bernadette Pons. Targeting the hands of Oshima. Much needed point for their squad. Dahil isahan lang tayo for this second set.
De Leon to serve. 1-point game. Very tight game here. Oshima going to the pipe. Up! There's going to be a last-minute touch while the ball was heading out.
Yeah. Parang good intention na naiiwasan niya yung bola because there was no block touch and it was actually sailing out already.
Too much of a matrix move. 20 all, like perfect vision. They go to a combination play. Oh! That.
I like that drop ball of Bernadette Pons, identifying that Maggie or Liu Meiting coming from a serve. Ang layo pa ng panggagalingan niya, so definitely no chance to get that drop ball behind the blockers.
That serve coming from Negrito. Oh, she's been lethal at the service line. That's her 5th unofficially, by my count.
But so far, Kyle Negrito, that is her 7th point for this game.
Wow, just wow, as we have a timeout here. 2-point lead for Creamline. Triggers a timeout from Kurashiki.
あとあれチャンスボール空にしっかり通さぞ、これじゃなくて押し込むやつな、やらそうやらそう。
I may not be fluent with Japanese, but I think I can try to translate that. Something about the chance ball. Kailangan nilang alagaan yung mga chance ball na binibigay sa kanila.
And maybe also Coach Hideo would want to cut the momentum from the Cool Smasher, especially that Kyle Negrito, the #1 best server so far for this conference, is in the service area, and she's been getting a lot of points just from her serves.
Being very efficient at the serve. That serve again from Kyle gets another ace, giving a 3-point lead for the Cool Smashers.
Grabe ang services ni Kyle. She's really good in that service area, and she has a good target and a loaded serve.
Loaded, mababa, tapos yung hindi siya palubo.
Yeah.
And then may may puwersa. They go up to Panaga. Oh, that is going to be wide.
But
that's going to be a Kurashiki point.
Yeah. And they need to take care of this 2-point advantage. Talking about the Cool Smashers.
Meanwhile, Kurashiki needs to cut it close. Oshima will now be serving for a blaze. Picked up there by Pons. They go up to Pons. Pons tipping that over to the other side. Beach volley move. They go up to Yano. Yano putting some muscle right there, keeping things close. 1-point game.
This is a strong front row for the Kurashiki Blaze with their top scorers. Taniguchi, Yano, and Gondo.
A full front line for them. And you know Gondo has been doing a lot of damage earlier. Oshima with that serve, picked up there by Pons. Negrito going to a combination play, kept alive by Oshima, but that is not going to stay alive. Ball goes to the side of Creamline.
So far, the combination setups here by the Cool Smashers are working well for their squad, confusing the blockers of the Kurashiki Blaze.
Pons to serve. Oh, and that's an ace! That's it! Creamline gets 2 sets to none against Kurashiki as we look back at the awesomeness and the greatness of one Erica Staunton. Look at this. That hit from Staunton, just pounding it right through.
Yeah, there were a lot of cross-court hits there by Staunton, and really nahihirapan ng blockers itong Kurashiki to stop her. And she's been scoring a lot of points for the Cool Smashers. And now the Cool Smashers is up by 2 sets to none, closing that second set also 25-22. The #1 best serving team using their serves to close that set.
We're back here inside the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City, where Creamline has 2 sets up against Kurashiki Blaze. And this is what has been touted to be a very heated matchup. But so far, the Creamline Cool Smashers are able to pull away at the tail end of both sets. So let's look back at set number 2, Paneng. What can you say about performance of both squads?
Well, actually, the Cool Smashers started that second set on a high note because they were up as much as 5 points during the start of the first set. But again, they used their smarts and while they were attacking, because they were trying to break the hands of their blockers, and then also targeting cross court and even drop balls right behind their blockers. And take a look at this. Even though Kurashiki had more attack points, 14 points, 2 blocks, 1 service ace, and more errors from Kurashiki, but the Cool Smashers tallied 3 blocks and 5 service ace for that set. They had less errors for the second set, but ang laking factor na ang dami nilang service aces because the-break nila yung momentum ng Kurashiki, and even their confidence, talking about the Kurashiki squad. Even though they were the #1 best receiving team, pero na-challenge sila dun sa strong serves and hard serves ng Cool Smashers.
Well, iba yung serve ngayon, kargado. Tapos, yung trajectory ng bola, hindi siya yung usual, patusok siya.
Yeah, as in float serve talaga. Yan yung mga mahirap pwestohan.
And let's see if Creamline will be able to bring home the win in this set, or will Ablaze fire things up and melt the ice that is freezing them. Oh, what a hit there coming from Doi.
Yeah, actually si Bernadette, iiwasan na niya dahil alam niya walang block touch, but parang nangyari kay Staunton nung second set na medyo na-late sila ng pag-iwas.
Speaking of Staunton, she gets this one through the blockers. Doi is a player who did not play on their previous match and is seeing action here. Serve now will be coming from Pangs Panaga. So you're starting to see Coach Hideo Suzuki flickering first as they're changing some of the personnel inside the court. Oh, that is going to shank away, but Kyle Negrito tries to do something with that, but it is not going to stay alive. But speaking of staying alive, Franny Reyes is very much alive from the court side.
Thanks, Sinjin Paneng. Now, this is Maggie of the Kurashiki Blaze's first time facing the Cool Smashers, and she's very much aware that they are a championship team. But she let me know that the mindset for tonight has to be that they cannot be stressed and they cannot be scared, because if they are stressed and scared, they won't be able to play well inside the court. They have to be able to enjoy what they're doing, and they have to take this as a learning opportunity to be better as a team. Currently, it seems that there is a bit of apprehension on the end of the Kurashiki Blaze. They aren't able to show that defense that we're so used to so far in this conference. But Maggie believes that if they enjoy what they're doing and if they stay composed, they will be able to come out of this alive. Now, this report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage for only 149 pesos a month. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Franny. Now, I will just add a little trivia about Maggie. I got to talk to Eliza Valdez, and she actually mentioned that she actually remembers playing against Maggie in the Malaysian national team when they were in the Malaysian national team in the SEA Games back in Cambodia in 2017.
Oh.
And Maggie was really a standout. Now she's with Kurashiki, and I think she'll be playing in other teams that we're very much familiar with in around the Asian circuit. So she's now playing all around the globe.
Yeah, and right on cue, that was Lo Mei-ting getting her first point for the third set.
It's a 1-point game, Kurashiki leading by 1. It's very interesting, no? The life of being a guest player.
Yeah.
You know, how you adjust to the system, how you get a great varied experience. We talked about how Staunton had a great experience. Lo Mei-ting also, as she tries to hit from the back row, but that doesn't get through. That becomes a Creamline point. We're tied at 4.
Yeah, that was too low for Lo Mei-ting in the back row.
Bea De Leon will now be serving. Now, just to clarify, maybe some people might be thinking about our pronunciation of Liu Meiting's name. That's actually the Chinese pronunciation, but the anglicized spelling is Lo Meiting. As we see that hit from the middle coming from Yukino Yano. Look at that again, that adjustment coming from Kurashiki Ablaze. Sila lang, we just add some nuggets of wisdom in the broadcast.
Yeah.
For today. 1 point lead for Kurashiki. Oshima with that serve. From the back row was Staunton. Oh, what a back set there for Oshima, and that converts there for Taniguchi.
So we're seeing faster sets here by Oshima.
Look at this. Saya Taniguchi going for the cross-court hit. At syempre, ang saya-saya ng team niya after. Now let's check into the Creamline timeout.
Sabi sila apat yung dumidepensa dito. Okay? Pasa tayo. Pag nawala ng pasa, tiyaga lang, tiyaga.
Yes, coach.
Namamorsyento sila dito, Pangs. So, pag nag-B na, Kyle na nga yung sabi sa'yo, di ba? Pag umikot, kailangan nandyan lang kayo palagi. Okay, one stop lang, one stop.
Let's go.
Let's go, all in, Creamline!
Happy. One good rotation.
Trying to ice things out was Coach Sherwin Meneses because they can be complacent here at the third set. Meanwhile, Kurashiki looking clean here in this third set. 6 attack points, all converting. No freebie given to the Cool Smashers as of now.
That's right. So Coach Sherwin reminding his players na puporsyento sila sa mga cross-court and wing attackers. Talking about Kurashiki Ablaze.
Dump ball coming from Negrito, kept alive there by Kurashiki. Let's see what Negrito will do this time. They go to a running attack. Off the block was Pax Panaga.
Much needed point here by the Cool Smashers, cutting down the lead to only 1 point. Now with Kyle Negrito in the service area, she scored a lot of points there during the second set.
Now let's see if she'll be able to replicate that here in the third set. Negrito going for her serve. Ooh, very sharp there. They go to the quick hit by Gondo. Read well by Creamline, but net infraction will be called, or catch and throw violation rather, will be called against Kurashiki Ablaze.
Yan, nahuli si Gondo doon. Medyo matagal sa kamay niya for that set.
Nagbabanding lang sila ng bola. That serve coming from Negrito. Back set. Oh, that's too tight. That is going. Oh, that's going to be a Kurashiki point. There's a touch. Oh, and it seems like Coach Sherwin Meneses will be challenging this one for block touch. First referee arguing or saying that there was a block touch before the ball went out. Meanwhile, the argument was there was no block touch on the side of Coach Sherwin.
Yeah, the line judge also said that there was a block touch. But this is going to be an interesting challenge for Coach Sherwin, because during the second set, he also called for an early challenge, but that was unsuccessful.
Both unsuccessful. The two challenges he called this time, it seems like he was very confident with this one. So, you know, the eyes of the human being is always imperfect. So let's see if there's a block touch and the challenge cam will have a better angle. Of course, from the perspective of our line judge and our referees, they have a very different point of view. You know, let's not forget the challenge cameras are perpendicular to the lines, and there's more than 20 of them all around the court. So that's a great challenge for Coach Sherwin. That becomes successful. So Creamline maintains the 2 challenge opportunity. Oh, a stronger hit there coming from Tanabe. They go up to Gumabao.
What a defense there by the libero of Kurashiki.
Yano off the block. Atienza was there. Negrito going to Gumabao again. Oh, this time down the line. That shanks away from the court, and that becomes a Creamline point. As we look at that again, This spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan. Michelle Gumabo just maintaining her might, going for the down the line, and we are going for a quick break. We'll be back here at the PVL. We're back here inside the Mall of Asia Arena. The very energetic Risa Sato, of course, always has this spider senses to see the or to know when the camera is on her. She was being playful on the sidelines.
This is a 4-0 run so far by the Cool Smashers for that first technical timeout. And again, with Kyle Negrito in the service area.
Negrito going for that sharp serve, picked up there by Yano, over received. Staunton pops this one up. They go to Pons. Pons adjusting. The athleticism of Pons. Wow. Yano under the ball that time. Hitting that ball out. No check.
5-0 run here by the Cool Smashers. Really, Kyle Negrito challenging the receivers of Kurashiki Ablaze.
Kyle to serve. Oh, that is going out. Back to a 2-point deficit for Kurashiki Ablaze.
But ang dami na niyang nakuhang puntos there in the service area. Yukino Yano serving here for Kurashiki.
Oh, what a hit there coming from Gondo.
That was an over-receive from the Creamline Cool Smasher. So, syempre, tinake advantage na yun ni Gondo for that easy point.
This is the game where no lead is really safe. You know,
Yeah.
earlier we had a 3-point lead. Now it's stripped down to 1. Negrito going to Gumabo from the left wing. They choose Gondo adjusting on that slower differential set. Gumabo again. Pons is now in the opposite side. They go to Pons from the right side, going for that tip. Oh, scramble on the side of Kurashiki. Doi adjusting, picked up there by Atienza. Negrito choosing Gumabo. Gumabo adjusting on the other side. Oshima going to the right, to the left side, or to the right side rather. To the right side again, kept alive by Kyla.
Long rally.
Oh, Gumabo gets that successful point and ends that long rally.
Well, what a long rally here by the Creamline Cool Smashers. You did mention that Pons was on the opposite side or the right side here of the Cool Smashers kasi nawalan na sila ng time mag-switch ni Michelle Gumabao.
Kasi ganun kabilis yung
Ang
palitan.
bilis, that's right. Ang bilis ng palitan ng bola. Both Kyle and the setter of Kurashiki, si Oshima, puro mga fast sets na yung pinapakawalan nila here on the third set.
Pabilisan ng sistema ang labanan ngayon. As they go up to the opposite side. Taniguchi getting a touch. And it seems like Coach Sherwin will not challenge this one. Let's look at that again. Oh, that looks clear.
Yeah. There was a block touch there by Staunton. A 1-point advantage here by the Cool Smashers.
Kurashiki playing catch up here. That serve coming from Gondo. Negrito going to Gumabaw. Gumabaw! Manipis ang dinaanan pero lumabas.
That was outside. We're tied at 10.
Oh. It has been the trend in the past 2 sets. Keeping things tight until like the 16-point mark. Then things start to change as Staunton changes things up. Going for a full swing there.
Targeting cross-court in between two blockers. Take a look at that again. Maggie or Liu Mei-ting was late for that cross-court block.
E1, and that isolation was courtesy, of course, by the setting of Kyle Negrito. Panaga with that serve. They go up to Maggie, picked up there by Panaga, playing libero. From the pipe was Pons. Taniguchi is denied. No entry.
A good blocker by Staunton. Actually, the set from Maggie was a bit too tight and low for Taniguchi for that opposite set.
And that replay, you could see the press, the last minute press. Grabe, bubong na bubong.
Payong na payong.
Yes, payong na payong pa talaga. Mas tama yung payong na payong. Oh, ball is still alive. Negrito going up to Staunton. Kept alive there by Kurashiki. Yano with that dig. Oh, that is off the hands of Staunton.
Take a look what happened there during the last sequence. A sharp cross-court. Staunton was not ready for that defense. Kaya naman tumalsik sa braso niya yung bola. And Panaga was not able to get that second ball.
Ooh, miscue there on the side of Creamline. That becomes a point for Kurashiki. We are tied at 12. Jump serve. Negrito going to Gumabaw. Oop, that is alive. Gumabaw again. This time, she hammers it down.
Unstoppable, Michelle Gumabaw. Cross-court, na-depensahan doon yung bola niya. They targeted down the line and got that point. Take a look at that again. Kahit gaano kaliit yung gap niya sa down the line, alam niya kung paano padaanin doon yung attack.
What a seam, though.
Yeah.
It's literally just right when the blocker was about to switch her arms. Ooh, that is going to hit the line for Liu Mei-ting.
Liu Mei-ting targeting long ball.
If earlier we're starting to see a bit of slow sets, now it's purely just adrenaline of facets.
Isahan lang eh.
Pouring in eh. Negrito going for Staunton. On the other side, they go to Liu Mei-ting. Oh, nawalang tao sa likod.
Because it was a quick attack. So usually the defenders talagang sisiksik yan sa harap eh. Tatapatan nila yung attacker. But tumalsik nga lang doon sa block ni BDL.
Serve. There. Adjustment coming from Staunton. They go up to Staunton again. Tipping that over. Nobody home for coverage on the side of Ablaze.
Yeah, ang layo ng opposite receive or defender ng Kurashiki. So, by the time na drop ni Staunton behind the blockers, ang layo na ng defense.
Staunton now going for her serve. Oh, that is a cross.
3-point given here to the Kurashiki, giving them a 1-point advantage.
Liu Mei-ting or Maggie to serve. Back quick! And that works for BDL.
Yeah, you heard her shout. Talagang hiningi niya yung bola kay Kyle. Walang blocker, ang layo ng middle blocker ng Kurashiki. So that was a good back quick by BDL.
Of course, Creamline wants this to end here. They don't want to breathe some life into Kurashiki. BDL with that serve. Oshima going to Yano. Yano hitting that way too long. No check.
Good read by Michelle Gumabaw, leaving that ball.
And that gives the technical timeout as Creamline leads by 1.
behind Creamline by just 1 point. Now, you might be wondering how Maggie, this Malaysian athlete who played in Taiwan, is able to gel so well with the Kurashiki Ablaze. Well, in her 10 months with the team, she is already able to speak Japanese, and that's thanks to watching the anime One Piece. Because of this, she's able to speak to her teammates in their language, and they encourage her to practice even more. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Franny. So she is very much multilingual. She knows how to speak English, Malay, and she also knows how to speak Chinese, of course, because she's Malaysian Chinese, and Japanese now. And another trivia about the Taiwanese experience was she actually played with King Whale.
Oh, okay. So talagang iniikot niya. Iniikot na niya ang mga Southeast Asian teams. So that's really a good experience for these athletes, no?
Yeah, I mean we're also seeing a lot of Filipino athletes now being foreign guest players in Japan. Like
Right.
Madi Madayag just joined the list recently, as we are tied at 17. Puro lang tayo trivia minsan. But you know, it's nice to also get to know these players as they're visiting us for a very quick while, just for 2 weeks, as Panaga going cross-court on the other side. Gondo picked up there by Atienza. They go up to Pons. Denied with block. Long rally we have.
Oh, again!
Smart! Pangs Panaga.
That was the second time that she did that for this game. But that was a very, very smart move by Pangs Panaga, really targeting the long ball of Kurashiki. Like what I mentioned, pag ganyan na yung bola nasa kabilang side, talagang sisiksik yung defense ng team nyo for drop balls or short balls.
Doi off the blockers. And that is going to be a Kurashiki point.
Only one, or no, we're tied at 18 for this third set. A very close third set.
But this is the point where things start to change. Negrito going up to Staunton!
For Staunton, unstoppable. The left side wing spiker of the Cool Smashers targeting down the line.
And in that last sequence, that's where you saw she was using her elevation, the height advantage.
Ibabaw siya sa blocker niya eh.
De Jesus now checking in to serve. Ooh, sharp. Gracing the tape of the net. Doi denied by Gumabaw. And this is the part where Creamline starts to pull away.
Yep, this is usually nakita natin to first and second set. Kahit nadikit tayo nung mga umpisa ng set na yun, pero pag patapos na yung kapit and experience itong Cool Smashers, talagang nakikita na natin.
Now the challenge is for the answer coming from Kurashiki, and Doi will lead the charge this time, making it a 1-point game.
The Cool Smashers needs to take care of this 1 point.
Negrito going up to Staunton. Staunton getting out of the hands of Yano.
Ang layo ng bola sa kanya. Nakaharap siya ng cross-court, but she was still able to target it down the line and the hands of Yano.
Serve coming from Gumabaw. That dump kept alive by Atienza. Let's see what Kurashiki will do. They go up to Liu Meiting. Oh, Doi keeping things alive for Kurashiki.
A much needed point by the Kurashiki squad. 1 point advantage by the Cool Smashers. Now Doi in the service area.
Negrito going up to a combination play to Staunton. On the other side, Doi keeping things alive. Yano going to zone 6. They go up to BDL. On the other side, they choose Maggie, kept alive by Atienza. Staunton off the blockers. Coverage was there. Yano swiping it over. Gumabaw was there. Staunton, too long.
There was no block touch.
But this seems like a challenge coming from Creamline for block touch.
Yeah, this is a important point for the Cool Smashers. And medyo ang hirap from our angle if meron bang block touch or wala.
Well, this could be a turning point.
Yep.
The pivotal moment in this game that things can change.
That's
can
right.
extend this and allow us to join the dinner of many Filipinos on a Sunday. Look at that.
Ang taas. Tandaan ng bola ni Staunton. And successful challenge by Coach Sherwin. So the point will go to Kurashiki. We're tied at 21.
This might just be the tightest in the end game. The serve coming from Kurashiki's. That cross-court works this time for Staunton.
Magandang bawi from Staunton. And a substitution here by Coach Sherwin bringing in
Tanabe.
Vargas.
And Tanabe on the other side, rather. I got confused because both sides were doing substitution at the same time. So Tanabe is checking back in here for Kurashiki. Meanwhile, Rose Vargas will be checking in here as well.
Yeah, one of the service specialists for the Cool Smashers.
Dunk ball coming from Oshima. Ties the ball game at 22.
A 1-2 play.
Staunton checking back in here. That serve coming from Liu Meiting. They go up to Pons. Maggie puts this up for Yano. Kept alive by Staunton. They choose Pons again. Oshima, dumping Redwell there. Staunton popped up there by Tanabe. Yano off the blockers, and now Kurashiki has the advantage.
A good defense we're seeing here from the Kurashiki Blaze. And good finish by Yano, targeting the hands of Kyle, forcing the Cool Smashers for a timeout.
Coach Sherwin will be icing things out. Let's listen in.
Talagang sinusolo ka dyan. Talagang nandyan na agad yung kay Pons. Nandyan na agad. Ha?
Okay.
Pons, sagay mo lang. Pag
Yes,
ano, 3 o 2. Ikaw ang mamili. Okay, 3 daw. O, so, dito tayo sa gitnawan ng receive. At saka lang tayo mag-react pagka medyo alanganin ng receive. Bea, pwede ka dyan ha. Ano kayo, pipe here. MJ, dito siya magpa-pipe.
Okay, coach.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
let's go.
0-0, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
All in, Creamline!
Happy.
Coach Sherwin Meneses pointing out the strategy of Kurashiki, the isolation against Pons. Really isolating her, making sure that she ends up with 2 blockers.
Yep. And they have to start by having a good first ball para ma-execute nila yung play.
I mean, this is not their strongest position in terms of rotation. So a combination play will be perfect in that sequence.
It started with a good first ball by Bernadette Pons, sakto kay Kyle dito, and talagang tinuloy pa rin nila yung combination play na yun because so far, everything is working well for the Cool Smashers.
When it's clicking, it is clicking. 2 points away from either extending or closing this out, or these 2 squads in front of your screens. BDL with that serve. Tanabe was there. They go up to a back row attack. Kept alive by Staunton, but Creamline able to keep that ball alive, giving Kurashiki a set point advantage.
Much needed point by Kurashiki squad coming up from the back row.
Oshima with the serve this time. That goes to Pons. They go up to Bernadette Pons. Oh! And it's a deuce!
Bernadette Pons doing everything here for the Cool Smashers. Pina-target siya sa serve. I mean, the servers ng Kurashiki pina-target si Bernadette, but still, she has a very steady first ball. And Number one best server here, Cal Negrito.
That is popped up well. Opposite hit.
The ball is still alive.
No challenge coming from Kurashiki. They go to combination play from Yano. Negrito choosing Gumabaw. Oh, Gumabaw on the second jump. Yano adjusting. Oh!
Michelle Gumabaw is now in the front row, and we know that she's the top scorer so far for the Cool Smashers. That was her 16th point. Grabe yung block niya na yun, yung bantay niya kay Yano.
Match point advantage for Creamline. Will they finally taste sweet victory? Opposite attack. Oh, Kurashiki extends it again.
Extended third set here. Yano in the service area and a strong front row here for the Creamline Cool Smashers. They need to have this good first ball.
Well, let's see. Pons gives a good receive. They go to Pons off the nets. On the other side, Oshima pops this one up to Tanabe. Tanabe off the blockers, kept alive there. Oh!
Good
Buhay pa din ang
defense.
bola. Gumabaw adjusting. Gumabaw now on the left pin as Tanabe proving that she is a spark plug of this third set after Doi was holding the fort.
Targeting the hands there of Bernadette Pons. Good first ball there.
They go up to Pons, adjusting there. Kept alive by Kurashiki. They go to Tanabe. Tanabe off the blockers. Staunton was there for coverage. They choose Pons again. This time a tip. And that ties the ball game at 26.
Grabe, yung laban na nakikita natin dito in the third set. Everyone really giving their best to score a point. We're tied at 26.
Nobody wants to let go.
That's right. Strong front row here by the Creamline Cool Smashers with Staunton and Michelle in the front row.
Pons with that serve. Oh, a fast answer
Yep.
coming from Taniguchi.
This is the last minute change by Coach Sherwin, instructing Staunton to block on the opposite and leaving Michelle there in the open.
Let's see if that works. Creamline looking to defeat Kurashiki for the very first time since they've faced each other. Staunton getting that one through. On the other side, they go to the opposite side. Oh! Ball goes to Kurashiki.
Will they challenge that call?
That was an antenna touch, if ever. Oh. There will... That will be a Kurashiki point, and Creamline will not be able to challenge that one. That's why Kurashiki is now going to get one set. Let's appreciate Liu Meiting, who has been very efficient for the Ablaze.
Yeah, during the first set and even the second set, medyo silent ito si Liu Meiting. But coming into this third set, when their setter activated her in the middle, it gave some problems for the blockers ng Creamline Cool Smashers. That's why they also got this third set.
And it's 2 sets to 1, 25 to 22, 25 to 22 for Creamline, and 28 to 26 in set number 3 for Kurashiki. We'll be back here at the PVL.
So that was the third set. You can see the scores on your screen. First and second set went to the Creamline Cool Smashers 25-22, 25-22, but the Kurashiki Ablaze closed that extended third set 28-26. It was a very close third set. Talagang both teams not giving up easily, not letting their team, their opponents score points easily. And we saw a lot of long rallies and combination plays that worked well for the Creamline Cool Smashers, but naging mas matibay na rin ang floor defense. And first ball ng Kurashiki Ablaze that was na medyo hindi ganon ka-steady ng first two sets. And that's why they closed this third set using their strength in the floor defense and first ball, and even they were able to read the attackers of the Creamline Cool Smashers well. And we're looking at the numbers with Kurashiki still leading on the attack department with 22 points. They were not able to tally blocks and service ace, but they had less errors for that set. So they all relied on their aggressive attackers. And coming into this third set, that was not a good start by the Cool Smashers with a service error coming from Kyle, giving the first point to the Kurashiki squad.
Negrito now will set this one up, but that is a misconnection between Panaga and Negrito.
So 2 points given to the Kurashiki squad, but because of that service error, first point for the Creamline Cool Smashers.
So both teams starting a bit faulty at the service line. But it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. Megi going for a cross court. That is going to be a Kurashiki point. Kurashiki trying to start things hot here, not allowing Creamline to catch up. Doi to serve. Negrito choosing Gumabao off the blockers.
So far, see Coach Hideo changing the lineup, bringing in Doi during the third set. They won that set. And now in the fourth set, si Doi din nag-start for their squad.
Parang ano lang ba yan? Feng Shui. May Feng Shui din kaya sila. Ano in the volleyball, Filipino volleyball consciousness
Well,
kind of thing.
Actually, pag yung mga coaches, they really try to mix their lineup and see which one will work.
As Liu Meiting serves. Gumabao getting that off the hands of the blockers as we check in with Franny Reyes.
Thanks, Sinjin Paneng. Now, Coach Hideo Suzuki might have mentioned that this is a game of offense versus defense, but actually for the Creamline Cool Smashers, Coach Sherwin did say that their strength is defense. So I talked to Kyla Atienza about this, and she said that, you know, they're a team that is used to these situations, and they should be able to make those key adjustments and make those adjustments quickly. Now, they have to show off that good defense as well against the Kurashiki Ablaze so that they can have those attacks. She said that since the conference is short, it's important that they go all out in tonight's match. Now, earlier from the huddle, it was reminded to the girls that they are a championship team. They should be used to the different pressures that they face in the game. And in those end game moments, like we saw earlier, they should be able to rise to the occasion. Let's see if the Cool Smashers will be able to take this fourth set, or if we'll be going to a fifth set, which you can watch on the Pilipinas Live app for only 149 pesos a month. Back to the panel.
Well, Franny, you have been notably the queen of five-setters in previous eras. So let's see. Maybe it's a new conference. It's coming back to you. The crown has been returned to you. And I know hindi ka makakasagot, kaya ako sinabi yun. Now, it's a one-point game as Creamline is ahead. However, we tie things over into 5.
Service error by MG.
Basta ako Paneng, kung mag-fifth set to, si Franny tsaka ikaw yun. Welcome back yun ng Volleyball Gods. At, syempre, magandang regalion for all our volleyball fans watching us over at the Pilipinas Live app and on One Sports Plus.
This is a very good game.
Very quality volleyball that we're seeing here. Great block coming from Creamline. And that tip coming from Staunton finishes things off. Creamline with an advantage.
It was an over ball, so tip na lang yun ni Staunton.
Staunton will now be serving. They lead by 1. Better serve from Staunton. They go up to the opposite side. Creamline going to try to keep this alive. Ball kept alive by Creamline. Chance ball for Kurashiki. Let's see what they'll do. They go to Gondo. Gondo read well there. Gondo again. Oh, that's off the hands of Atienza.
A good connection between Gondo and Oshima. Tinitrain din yan ng mga middle attackers na kahit na-block ka nung first time, basta pasok ka lang ng pasok, bibigyan ka ng setter.
And the way their tempo works, it's really about sinusubo ng setter.
Yeah.
Dun sa middle blocker as Bonds gets, Bea de Leon rather, gets that point. Get that again. Going for the be quick.
Yeah. Inihiwalay ni Kyle ang blockers nitong Kurashiki. So giving big quick to BDL.
Trying to change things up para
Yep.
mapilitang magtao-tao ulit. BDL with that serve. They go up to Doi. Gondo read well by Gumabaw. Great coverage coming from BDL. Gumabaw from the back row. Popped up by Oshima. The set will go to Taniguchi, who hits that ball out off the hands of the blocker.
The libero of Kurashiki, si Takahashi, was the one who set that ball sa opposite. Na kahit nung setter nila, ang bilis pa rin mag-set sa spikers.
7-all. Serve coming from Gondo. Negrito going up to Pons on the other side. They choose Doi. Doi is denied. Coverage was there from Gondo. Doi again, tipping this over!
Layo ng defense ng full smashers.
And this gives Kurashiki a 1-point lead as we enter the first technical timeout. Eliza Valdez on your screens, of course, rallying her squad as we see our Creamline Cool Smashers. We have Risa Mandapat, Tots Carlos, Aliyah Torres, Gemma Galanza, Bea Bonifay, and of course, Pao Soriano, the legendary Pao Soriano. Still a very tough lineup.
Yeah. Solid lineup.
Solid lineup. A lineup that could have several rotations. Kurashiki gets that point as that ball goes out.
2-point advantage here by Kurashiki.
Gondo with that serve. Negrito will go up to Pons. Pons is denied.
Good coverage.
Ball still alive. Doi off the blockers. Pons is there for coverage. They go up to Bernadette Pons. Tipping that over. Oshima was there. Gondo will play setter. Negrito choosing the pipe attack from Staunton. Kept alive by Team Japan.
Oh.
Oh, that doesn't cross.
Yeah, long rally. But that point goes to the Cool Smashers. Now MG's in the front row.
Full front line for Creamline.
Yeah, and Kyle in the service area.
This is their power position,
Yep.
supposedly. That serve coming from Negrito. Sharp serve, but that's straight to the libero. They go up to Doi. Doi going cross court. That is too wide.
Too much of an angle there by Doi.
Kyle continues to serve. Tied at 9. Yung 9 points each pa lang sila Paneng. But ang dami nang nangyari because
That's right.
of the great defense from both sides of the court. However, great swipe there coming from Doi.
Ang taas ng set na yun at ang lahi ng pinanggalingan. But she swiped the ball from the hands of MG, scoring that point. Oh,
Serve is going to be an ace for Kurashiki.
2 points advantage by Kurashiki. Courtesy of that service area, service ace.
Serve continues from Kurashiki as Ponce tries to make do with that one.
So far, lahat ng combination play na si Ponce ng first ball and she will go for that combination in the middle. Siya yung nananalo sa point na yon. She was able to convert those into a score.
Ponce now serves. They go up to Maggie. Maggie hits the line. Great angle from Liu Meiting. Doi to serve. Negrito going for that quick hit. And Panaga does her version rather.
I think medyo hindi na-activate ni Kyle yung kanyang middle attackers nung third set. Kaya nabantayan yung mga wing attackers niya ng blockers ng Kurashiki.
Oh, sharp serve from Panaga. Yano going cross
Oh,
court.
good defense.
Staunton. That converts, tied at 12 here.
Tanabe is now back on the court for subbing in for Doi.
This is an early substitution compared to the prior set. Gumabaw off the blockers. Yano denied by the block.
I think that was MG and BDL. Two tall blockers for the Cool Smashers. Take a look at that again.
Look at that.
Sarado.
This is the isolation that Creamline
Yep.
was able to do this time. With tough serves. Panaga now, she continues to serve for Creamline. Oh, that's wide.
Now we're tied at 13. Another close set here.
Well, it's been the same story. It's about who closes it out at the tail end. Maggie to serve. But the quality of volleyball still remains. However,
That's
that's
right.
a freebie for Creamline. Gumabaw now serves. They're up by 1. They go up to a pipe attack, and that works for Tanaguchi. Or Tanabe, rather.
No blockers there, kind of pipe attack.
Oshimakyoka now to serve. Tied at 14, Negrito goes up to a combination play!
Good answer there by Staunton. Hindi
kanina, nakablock doon si Yano.
Leaving their middle blocker one-on-one with Staunton. Not enough to stop that attack.
Staunton going for the jump serve.
Oh!
That's a dig! And that gives Creamline a 2-point advantage as we enter the second technical timeout. We'll be back here at the heart of volleyball.
You're watching the Creamline Cool Smashers versus the Kurashiki Ablaze, and our 5-setter director, Direct Marv, wants to know what I talked about with Risa Sato. And since Risa mentioned na makulit ang defense ng Kurashiki Ablaze, it's very important na mag-all out sila sa block. They have very, very capable blockers, and they need to be all out on the block so that the people on the back of the court won't have as hard a time on defense. This is their way of helping players like Kayla Atienza, and this is also their way of managing frustrations. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Franny. Okay, so it's about blocking. But thank you so much, Franny, kasi parang nagpapasahan ng 5-setter crown dito, no? Basta ako clear, wala akong record dito. Ikaw pa, Paneng, before you had your maternity break, did you have 5-setter jinx?
Ayoko siya sabihin na jinx.
5-setter gift. It's a gift, yeah.
It's a gift, yeah.
Well, yung director natin may 5-setter gift talaga. But you know, that's for our volleyball fans as game continues. It's a 3-point lead. That hit coming from the opposite side. Ball kept alive. Great effort from the side of Creamline. Oh, that's going to be a overreaching violation for Oshima.
Yeah, because
Gusto ko yung tingin niya dun sa first serve.
she was in the back row kasi, and the defense was over ball. And this is a 4-0 run by the Cool Smashers.
And the biggest lead that we've seen at this stage of the game. I love that look after yung parang sure ka te. Parang yun yung subtext nun eh.
Oo, dahil kanina puro isahan lang eh.
Negrito going to bronze. 5-0 run for the Creamline Cool Smashers.
So everything working well here by the Cool Smashers, forcing Coach Hideo to call for a timeout.
Let's try to listen in to what Team Japan has to say.
Yes! Second! Yes!
5-point game. Creamline with advantage. They have to maintain this, and if they do, even if this becomes a seesaw battle moving forward, they'll be able to close this out. Meanwhile, Kurashiki looking to play catch-up here. Let's see what happens as we start with a serve coming from Erica Staunton. Staunton going for her jump serve. Nice serve. Oshima choosing Yano. Yano denied with the block. Great blocking from the side of Creamline, as mentioned earlier by Franny Reyes.
Oh,
Oh, but this time, Taniguchi figuring things out, hitting that off the block.
look at that. Smart move there by Taniguchi rather. And Yano with the service. A good first ball by Kyle.
Oh, combination play for Pons. And you love how Beatriz committed to that fake.
Yep.
Her hands were way up high.
Sumabay yung blocker sa
Oo.
kanya eh.
Kasi pwede talaga niyang masumpit eh.
That's right. And actually, kahit hindi masyado nabibigyan ng bola, itong mga middle blockers or middle attackers natin, pero malaking tulong na yan na makakuha sila ng isang blocker ng opponent nila, leaving their wing spikers to only one blocker.
That serve coming from Ella. Oh, tough serve. Overreaching violation will be called against Kurashiki. 6-point lead, the biggest lead that we've seen in this game so far. And it's happening at the tail end. Gumabao is being replaced by the libero. And it's going to be a very strong backcourt for Creamline. Oh, Atienza doesn't get that one. And Sherwin Meneses will be sticking to this back line. Look at that. Look at that.
Yep. Medyo nakakommit siya sa cross-court, but iba yung naging direction or target.
Tanabe getting that one. Be quick. Kept alive there by Oshima. They go to the opposite side to Taniguchi. Ella pop that one up. Free ball given up by Creamline. Let's see what they do. They go to Taniguchi.
Oh, good defense.
Kept alive by Atienza. Maggie picked that one up. They go to Taniguchi again. This time that sails out. Oh, that becomes a check ball rather. So they will challenge this on the side of the Cool Smashers for block touch.
Yep. Medyo sure dun si Kyle na walang block touch sa kanya. But you know, sometimes di natin alam kung meron ba talaga or wala. But, kaya yan yung kagandahan na meron tayong challenge system na pwedeng magamit ng mga coaches natin.
Adrenaline, syempre. Minsan di mo na naramdaman yung nerves
That's right.
kicking in. This might be the best time to apply the challenge for Coach Sherwin Meneses, as he is 5 points away from Kurashiki. Was there a block touch? That's the question. Oh, that's a great call
Yep.
from Coach Sherwin.
And super sure doon si Kyle na there was no block. I see Bernadette. Good challenge by Coach Sherwin in a comfortable 6-point lead.
And just when they have their power position, Gumabao together with Pons and Panaga. They have 3 spikers up front and very lethal blockers. Popped up there by Stanton. They go up to Pons. Oh, that was too fancy for Bernadette Pons.
And it was actually a tough set from Kyle dahil ang layo na ni Ponce. Lumagpas na siya sa first referee. Kaya mahirap na rin matimingan yung attack na yon. But they still have this 5-point advantage. They only need 3 points to close this set.
Serve went straight to Pons. They go up to Gumabao, who now makes her own adjustment. Oshima choosing Maggie. Popped up there by Negrito. Set up coming from Kyla. Kept alive by Yano. They go to Tanabe. Ella was there. Negrito chooses Gumabao. Ella was there for coverage again. They go to a quick hit. Oh! Bounce Panaga! Giving Creamline a 6-point lead once again.
Good distribution of sets there by Kyle Negrito. Na-block si Michelle Gumabao on the opposite, but Pangs was ready for that quick attack.
Bonds to serve. Picked up there. Maggie with that quick hit. They go up to Stanton, who punches that one. Pons will keep this alive. Tanabe off the hands of De Jesus.
That was a fast set from Oshima to Tanabe.
Parang alanganin na open set or short set. But it worked for their squad.
They go up to Gumabaw off the block and giving Creamline match point advantage.
That was Michelle Gumabaw using the hands of her blocker. Very hard to block Michelle Gumabaw here for this game. High efficiency in that opposite hit.
Oh, this is interesting. There's a confusion with the substitution. Okay, Di Rodriguez will be coming in for Bea de Leon. But Ella De Jesus won't be allowed to leave the court. So Ella De Jesus might be playing open
Yeah,
and Stanton will be playing
middle. Yeah, pwede, right?
Very interesting
Let's-
sequence.
Let's see what will happen.
I am waiting for the elevator to be reactivated
Oh, yeah.
today.
The elevator.
Kyle, make this happen. Let's see. Or will she be playing middle back to her high school position? That serve coming from Rodriguez. Oshima, they go up to Tanya. Up, that's up the block.
But it was Ella De Jesus who blocked in the middle. And now substitution allowed here. BDL is back on the court.
That was very interesting. 5-point lead for Creamline.
Oh,
Oh, I was about to say Kurashiki has to play perfect. And they're racking up points here. They're now 4 points away from tying this up. And timeout will be called by Coach Sherwin Meneses.
Sino tina-target? Si Pons? Play 1 tayo, play 1, play 1.
Okay.
You 3 spike. Okay? But no receive, you shout. MJ, dun, mabilis lang sa'yo ah. Eh, tiwala sa receive, tiwala sa receive.
Next ako din. O, sige,
Tiwala,
go!
tiwala, all in, Creamline!
Happy, everybody!
Play 1, ang intindi ko sa sequence, Paneng, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 yung papaluin ni Staunton, pero pag wala daw receive, sumigaw ka.
sumigaw. Usually mga coaches pag play one, yan yung mga basic plays eh. But we'll see.
Baka ibang play 1 in their...
Oo, baka biglang may combination play dyan.
Let's see. Mukhang they go to Gumabaw. On the other side.
Oh!
Gondo!
Well, the Cool Smashers only need 1 point to close this match, but so far, everything's working well for the side of the Kurashiki. Starting with good serves from Maggie. Well, first ball, kailangan ng Cool Smashers to execute their play.
Atienza with a better reception. They go to that display, which closes out as planned by Coach Sherwin Meneses. And that's it. Creamline wins this game in 4 sets. To the celebration of the Sea of Pink here in the Mall of Asia Arena, as we will be looking back at our Panalo Play. This Panalo Play of the game is brought to you by Yakult. Yakult every day, okay. And Paneng, what a game it has been. Great performance from both teams and very much interesting. We've seen how tight and how matched these two teams are.
Yep.
It was just a question of endgame.
That's right. And endgame definitely meron doon ang Cool Smashers. At kahit na gaano kadikit yung start ng any sets, take a look at the scores again. Creamline 25-22, 25-22, 28-26, and then ending the match with 25-21 for the fourth set. So talagang dikdikan itong dalawang teams na ito. Quality volleyball. And they were really matched dahil sa statistics, magkatabi lang sila. Best spiker, Creamline is the best spiking team, also the best serving team. But the Kurashiki Blaze is the best digging, best setting, and best receiving team. So, nakita naman natin yun during sa game na to dahil ang haba ng rally. Kahit na akala natin makukuha na sa block point, but ang ganda ng coverage ng either squad. Kaya naman, ang ganda ng distribution ng sets din ng setters from both squads dahil asipag ng kanilang mga floor defenders and receivers.
And we've seen a lot. Great performance from both teams. Well-distributed performance as well for Creamline. You know, we have to talk about them because they're the Pinoy team as well. And they're the winning, aside from being the winning team, great performance for the setter, Kyle Negrito. It was evenly distributed. She had great service aces, especially in the first and second set. Ang ganda ng distribution. And then Staunton had an epic performance. The middles contributed well, getting those touches, slowing down those balls. We also saw Pons, of course, MVP form as usual. But of course, we have to go to our player of the game, who is with Franny Reyes.
Sinjin and Panang, I'm with our player of the game, none other than team captain, Michelle Gumabao. Now, Mitch, this was your first win as a team versus the Kurashiki Blaze. What did it take for you guys to secure that win tonight?
We just really had to be disciplined. They have a very good system. Kita naman natin, sobrang fast play sila. They're not that tall, but they're very hardworking inside the court. Their defense, both at the net and at the floor, is something that we really had to study and watch out for during the game.
Now, we knew that this would be a game of endurance and composure, two things that Creamline is known for. How did the Cool Smashers build these two characteristics?
Proper rest, discipline off the court. When we don't have practice, we really have to invest in our own recovery. And coming from the past season, syempre not that much rest talaga. So we have to really be disciplined and focus on practice. We're still practicing pag walang game day. So tuloy-tuloy lang, konti na lang. So we're really pushing and we really want to win and focus on each and every game.
Now, MG, we'd love to know what are the key takeaways from tonight's game in preparation for your game tomorrow against the Signal HE Spikers.
We have to be hardworking inside the court. Every ball matters. So hindi talaga kami pwede mamatayan ng mga simpleng bola. So we have to focus on that. And to really give it our best, I think dun sa third set, talagang kinapos kami when it came to the end game. And we really have to focus our minds. The games won't be easy, especially tomorrow. So we really have to work hard and not be complacent and relaxed.
Now, of course, the fans appreciate the Creamline Cool Smashers' hard work. So now's your chance to greet your many, many supporters, family, and friends. Go ahead.
Of course, I want to greet first our management, to the Nang family, Rebisco family. Thank you so much for all the support. Sir Alan, Attorney Lily, and Sir Rolly, and to all our families watching, and to all the PVL fans who are watching live. Thank you, thank you. Alam kong may iba sa inyo, marayo pa yung pinanggalingan. So thank you for coming out and watching live. And of course, to everybody supporting the Creamline Cool Smashers. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat.
And thank you also, MG, for that game that you guys just played. Sinj and Panang, let's close, and if I may highlight this four-setter, let's close this four-setter out.
Okay, Franny, as you wish. But before that, you know, happy Sunday to everyone and happy World Grandparents' Day to everyone, to all the lolas and lolas. As we look on our games for tomorrow, we are down to our last 2 days of the preliminaries on Monday at the SM Mall of Asia Arena here in Pasay City. It's going to be Escola going up against the Farm Fresh Foxes. Then it will be followed by the Signal HD Spikers going up against the Creamline Cool Smashers. Whoa, that's going to be very nice. You know, in the Reinforced Conference, it was a very tight game tonight.
But both games will be a good game, definitely, for tomorrow.
And I'll be seeing you again tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you again tomorrow. We're excited for your return. Now, on behalf of our courtside reporter, Franny Reyes, my partner, Panang de Koningsvarter, and, of course, all the men and women in Signal TV, this has been Sinjin Reyes, thanking you for joining us here in the PVL, the heart of volleyball.